I turned the camera on then just in time for the deer to run out of the way. Bit of a shame because they were beautiful. Oh, did we get that one? Might have caught its white bottom as it disappeared over a hedge. Another deer missed. A massive stag up in front of me. Look at that, how beautiful is that? I hope that came out on the camera. I absolutely love riding my bike at night. Really nice, mellow, cross-country-ish trails like these are superb. And a gate for a rest. There we go. This is another one of those trails you just couldn't ride flat out in daylight. Just too many walkers and whatever down here. But crack on when it's dark, because you know you're not going to meet anyone except maybe another mountain biker. Good evening, I'm out on my rigid bone shaker of a mountain bike tonight. It's a beautiful evening and we've reached that time of year when if it's not raining you ride your bike. This is my weapon of choice for tonight. My Pace RC 627, built with lovely Reynolds 853 tubing and running the Pipe Dreams rigid bike packing fork, and I absolutely love this bike. When I reach for a bike, this is the one that comes out the bike storing area. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a gorgeous crescent moon up there. That's absolutely stunning. Sorry about my squeaking saddle. Right, time for the first trail. Now this trail is a nightmare to follow, usually, especially in the autumn, because of all the fallen leaves make the, well, they just hide the trail completely. Woody! There's a nasty little ankle breaker of a drop there, especially on a rigid bike. Right, now where does the trail go? There it is. Right, that's the yew tree part. Now we're into the beech tree part and it gets even harder to follow. Oh, if I can get down here without going wrong, I'll be surprised. Oh, not doing too badly at the moment. Up there. Yep. Sorry, we're not going any faster. If I was going faster, I'd definitely lose the trail. Right, now the leaf's in it. There's a horrible series of those plantation tree furrow lines there. They're horrible on any bike. Alright, let's get back up to the next trail. Sorry if that was a bit bouncy. Alright, saddle down and let's get into the next trail. Just gonna turn my helmet light up. Right, that was rubbish. I'm going back to the beginning. I forgot to turn my helmet light up. I was so excited to get into that. Right, let's try again. Into the second trail. Wow. Yep. It's gonna be. Where's it gone? There it goes. Tonight's one of those nights where you're riding along and then all of a sudden you go through a warm patch. Oh, nice badger digging a hole in the middle of the trail there. Yeah, so you're riding along and then you go through a warm patch, whoa, and then you're into a cold patch. That's not there. It's through there. What we're doing tonight is literally looking for a subtle hollow in the ground full of leaves. If you came up here in the first time in autumn, you'd probably never find these trails. As we get later in the year, it gets wetter and wetter. They'll be more obvious because they'll turn into a soggy, muddy brown line that's easy to follow. Right, back to the top. So let's get into trail letter 3. Whoa! So the bike I'm riding tonight is my Pace RC 627. And the great thing about this bike is someone's been working up here. That's lovely. It's really adaptable. You can run it with dual 27.5 and it's meant to be run up to like a 2.8 inch tyre. That also means that you can run it also as a dual 29er, which I am tonight, and even with the chainstay slammed all the way forward, it's got clearance for a 29 2.4 sort of cross-country light trail tyre at the back. So I'm running a Hutchinson Worm 29 2.4 on the front and a Hutchinson Kraken 29 2.4 on the rear, and they're lovely voluminous carcasses, and I'm running tonight, I'm running 18 psi front and rear, which is absolutely perfect. Right, enough talk, back to the top. Oh, trail letter 4. This one starts on a fire break. So autumn for me is absolutely my favourite time of the year for riding. We had our first frost the other night, but generally this time of year we get cold nights and warm days. Whoa! Deary me. Maybe I shouldn't be talking and concentrate on riding. I thought I was going over the bars then. That's the joy of a rigid bike. Absolutely no safety net at all. When things go wrong, they go wrong quickly. Bumpy! Because you get no grip off, well, you do get grip off the front tyre, but it tends to patter over the ground. So you get fleeting grabs of grip, if you like. Right, that was terrible. Let's go back up, do another trail and try not to die. Now running. Oh, excuse my fingers in front of the lens then. So probably about 3 years ago I really smashed up my right shoulder, and then I did it again about a year after that, and ever since then my right shoulder's been weaker than my left, and I've got a habit of when I hit a jump pulling with my left arm too much, and there was a bit of that went on then. Never mind, back to the top. I'm such an idiot. I've got out of sync with my recording tonight, and I think what I've done is I've recorded some boring climbs and then stopped it for the interesting descents. What a moron. It isn't the first time I've done that, and I doubt it'll be the last, unfortunately. So I am going to do my last trail to get home. This one's a nice cross-country undulating up and down job. I'll get into it there. And crack on. This is the sort of trail that is best ridden at night, and you don't have to worry about walkers on a sunny Sunday morning. This isn't really that entertaining a trail, but what it is for me is a nice cross-country-ish trail that you can get stuck into. Some severe little climbs like this. Well, not severe, but you know, put some effort in, get up and over them nice and quick. Wow, leaves are really hiding all the roots and stuff. Boot. I mean, really, this is the perfect trail for my rigid mountain bike. Also, it's great to ride these this time of year because in a month's time these will be too muddy. Well, they won't be unrideable, but they're just going to be horrible to ride. God, not this climb. Oh, go. Whew. I get the heart beating. Sadly, when I get home tonight, I'll upload my ride to Strava and find out loads of people have been spinning away furiously indoors, going nowhere, when they should have been out doing this. I really don't understand that. Each to their own. Come on, there, keep going. Into the shrubbery. Going faster than I thought I was there. At least I want the hidden tree stump in there. Oh, there's the moon up there. There you go. Down here and down here. And then I'm going to say thank you for watching. See you again soon. Bye.